I'm the group lead volunteer, group scout leader at my scout group, and I quite often try and attend program planner meetings. And at the recent Beaver leader meeting, one of the leaders who's brand new said to me, Mark, where do you get all your ideas from? How do you stay fresh, keep updated? So I told him where I go to, websites, books that I read and stuff. And I thought, actually, I'm going to share them with you guys. But before I tell you all my secrets, my name is Mark. I'm Big Man of the Woods. I'm your online scout leader, trying to help you become the best scout leader you can be. And don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel and you'll find out all my tips and tricks on being the best scout leader you can be. Right, let's dive into where I stay fresh, get my new ideas for my scout program. And this is also those ideas where your program for that night, you're like, ugh, don't really want to do X, Y, Z. You've had a bad day at work. Or maybe you're going for a nature walk in the park and then suddenly it's thunder and lightning and you need a backup plan. Something easy, something quick. Pull out your sleeve. There we are, known as programs in the box. Here's where I get my ideas from. Number one, OSM, Online Scout Manager. Brilliant. It's helped me as a scout leader, as a group scout leader doing census and stuff like that. You know, we input the young person's details in, contact details, emergency details, health details and stuff like that. Brilliant for that, but amazing at program planning. If you're stuck for ideas, you can click on ideas. It will give you activities just with a theme. And now OSM has got AI. I haven't used the AI personally, so I can't speak on that, but I know people are loving it. So one of the really back to basics to get new ideas is just go and look on OSM, see what activities you can do that others have done with those badge requirements. That helps me a lot as well. Now, I never thought I'd say this because years ago I tried it before and it was, between me and you, I didn't rate it. I thought it was rubbish. But the Scout website now has been re-injected, refreshed, and there's some really amazing programs on there. Quite often you go in and do a badge, scroll to the bottom, and it will give you a whole load of activities for all the sections. And there's random activities as well that you think, actually, that's a really good idea. Some take a lot of planning, a lot of printing, a lot of resources. Some you can just do spur of the moment. There are things, quick games, there's whole nights, there's a few days that you've got to do it over week by week. So go and have a look on that. If you're looking for badges, just scroll to the bottom, and on the Scout website, they'll give you a ton of activities that you can do for that. So that's a really good one. Number two, social media. Now, this place gets bombarded. It gets, not nice places. People are kind of were with social media, now they're anti-social media. There's a whole load of things on the news at the moment about social media, but that's where I get the majority of my new fresh ideas. Okay, so obviously Big Man in the Woods, both on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. Try and promote some new ideas, try and get your gray matter thinking, ask you a question. So on social media, there's a whole load of scout leaders that you can follow, and also Facebook places. There's a load of places. There's some, as a moderator on First Facebook, it is an amazing place. You can get so many ideas. It goes back 10 years, 15 years, however long it's been, I can't remember. Put an idea and pretty sure someone's done it. And they'll give you ideas, tip tricks, and maybe you've got a question, someone will reply to it. But it can also have a flip side. It can be quite dark on there. There can be quite some nasty people, trolls on there. So if I'm after a serious question and I need a proper answer, there's an amazing Facebook one that I go to called Scout Leaders UK. So I'll go on there if I genuinely need an answer. If I'm on First Facebook and I'm just up for a laugh or whatever, that's the place, because I find there are two different Facebook groups. It never used to be like that on First Facebook, but I'm not going to get into a battle. I'm a massive supporter of First Facebook. It's helped me grow a lot as Big Man of the Woods. But do you know what I'm saying? If you've been on there, you know exactly what I'm trying to hint at. Not just on Facebook, but on Instagram, there's a whole load of stuff. You can get some amazing ideas, not just from scout leaders, but I follow a lot of forest schools such as Wildly Curious UK, fellow scout leader Mel. She's amazing. She puts a whole load of different stuff on there, new ideas, and actually that could work with my scouts. Or maybe I could try that. Cordage, I've never tried cordage. So sometimes if you're looking for ideas, don't just go down the whole must be about scouts, must be about scouts. Forest schools are very much like Scouts, and they will give you a whole load of ideas. So go on Instagram, maybe places like Pinterest. Not my kind of thing. I tried it before, Pinterest, but I just got overwhelmed and I didn't really get new ideas. I go, oh, that's a nice one, that's a nice one, that's a nice one, but I never took it from Pinterest into my kind of program. Just one thing, if you are in the squirrel and beaver section, forest schools are amazing for your section, because mainly forest schools are aimed at younger people. Don't get me wrong, if you're a forest school teacher and you're doing teenagers and adults and stuff, I understand that. But the ones that I've seen quite a lot, they're amazing for kind of beaver and squirrel section age. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm just stuck, what can we do? Have a look on some forest schools and they'll give you some ideas. Now, I am a massive lover of AI. I love artificial intelligence. It helps me so much come up with new ideas for these vlogs, some emails. It helps me reply back to those difficult parents. Yep, you know what I'm trying to say. So I use ChatGPT and Copilot quite a lot. ChatGPT, I use the free version, and once I've used my daily allowance, flip over to Copilot. Those are the two ones I use a lot. Like I say, for getting ideas, replying back to parents, emails, writing some letters, but it also is amazing at program planning. So you can write in, act as a scout leader in London. I'm doing the survival badge. Give me 10 ideas, some trips and guest speakers to complete that badge. And within, 30 seconds, ding, there's your survival badge. It's coming up with places that you can go to, woods that you can visit, guest speakers to suggest. It won't give you actual names, but it might say to you, oh, contact a local butcher to get you meat, or, it'd be able to supply you rabbit, pheasant, pigeon, that kind of thing, so you can do the prep. You can also do like the community badge and ask it the same question, and they might suggest you contact the local guide dogs for the blind, stuff like that. ChatGPT has helped me so much as a scout leader, just coming up with fresh ideas. Just, the movie I watched at the weekend with my son, the Minecraft movie. If I was in Beavers and Cubs, not really much for scouts, but if I was in Beavers and Cubs, maybe I would say, use this as some inspiration to write me a beaver camp program based on Minecraft. Boom, it will come up with some ideas. Write a menu. Boom, it will come up with a menu camp based on Minecraft. So ChatGPT is an amazing place for resources. And even if you're not a whiz kid with AI, just write in, I'm a scout leader and I need ideas for a theme about cuddly toys. It just popped in my head, and it will give you some suggestions. Some you might think, actually, that's a really good idea. Some you're like, what? It might suggest you go to a local museum about toys. Now, I'm a big YouTube lover, not just because I'm a content creator trying to help you guys as a scout leader, but I love YouTube. There's so many things you can watch. Something like 16 billion videos are on YouTube. So many new videos are uploaded daily. There's the second biggest search engine in the whole of the world. And you can, what was I doing? Oh, my wife broke a mechanical pencil sharpener. And I was like, how do I fix this? Go on YouTube, how to fix it. And sure enough, there's a guy in the shed showing you how to fix this pencil sharpener. There's so many things on YouTube. That's irrelevant to this program. But what I'm saying about is YouTube is massive. Loads and loads and loads and loads of channels on YouTube that you can get inspiration. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I started here at Big Man in the Woods, because there wasn't that much 10, 15 years ago when I started as a scout leader, and that's why this was born. And now there's a load of channels giving you inspiration as a scout leader. So I follow Scouter Stan in America. He's in Florida. I've done a vlog with him. He's brilliant. He's amazing. But that's American. And you think, oh man, if only we could do some of that stuff here, like Pinewood Derby and stuff like that. Eagle Scout ceremony. Looks awesome. We don't do that here in the UK. Love that kind of stuff. But I also get inspiration from other YouTube channels that aren't scout related. And one that I watch regularly, they do vlogs, husband and wife. They run a youth ministry in America. And it's almost a bit like scouts, all right? So they give you games ideas. They give you how to interact with young people, how to have those difficult conversations. what they call it scriptures when they preach the gospel to the young people, but you could flip that into something else. How could you write an amazing scout program based on the Scout Promise and stuff like that? So I get a lot of inspiration from this YouTube channel that's about church, nothing to do with scouts. But that's a really good idea for a vlog. Oh, I like that game. Oh, that's an amazing game. So just sometimes, again, like I was saying with the social media stuff, step back. Don't always think it must be scout related. It must be scout related, because I get a lot of stuff from this church YouTube channel. Last one, and then I'm going to give you my favorite place to get new ideas. Right, this one is always on first Facebook, and that is Taskmaster. In fact, it's filmed about 5 minutes away from my house in Chiswick. That house on the roundabout, you can't get in. Unfortunately, I'd love to take my scouts there. But Taskmaster is brilliant for giving ideas for scout leaders. Just those games nights, those lateral thinking games, thinking outside the box. One of the ones that we love to watch at home is Stephen Mulhern, Minute to Win It. Do you remember that one on ITV? Those funny games. You know, you got 30 seconds to balance as many Pringles as you can, or I don't know, burst balloons, but only using your arm, or like stupid games. Taskmaster and Minute to Win It have given me some really funny evenings at Scouts. But Scout leaders, my favorite place to get new, fresh ideas, program ideas, guest speaker ideas, trip ideas, camp ideas, is networking. 100% networking. Getting out there, meeting scout leaders, whether that's at training. So I'm going to say this. I really don't like online training. It's handy. You can just do it at home, on the kitchen. You don't have to spend a weekend away or whatever. But you don't get the interaction with scout leaders. You don't get those coffee breaks and going, actually, you know, they mentioned about XYZ. Have you tried this? You know that question you asked? Have you done this? Networking, meeting other scout leaders is just the best thing ever to get new ideas. Yeah, just those inspirations. And you come back, you know, you're on the training course about, I don't know, what should we do? First aid. Don't know. But then people will give you inspiration about how to teach first aid. Have you ever done this? Do you know how to make fake blood? Have you taught fractures by using chicken bones? And have you done this? And you know, there's an app that you can pretend to be 999. So when you teach the squirrels and cubs and beavers to call 999, you can go on an app and it will do that for you. Oh, there's a YouTube channel to do XYZ. Those places, just amazing. Yep, Chatty BT, social media, YouTube channels, they will give you those ideas. But networking, I find, is the best place personally for me to get new ideas. Whether that is just going to an event, there's going to be some scout leaders there, and you know at some point some of these really cool things are gonna come up, some of new ideas. Going to camping shows like the NEC and wearing your neck and you bump into a scout leader and they're like, oh, if you go over to that stand there, they're giving some free resources. So networking for me, scout leaders, is the best place that I get new ideas. So there you go, scout leaders. I hope that has sparked a new idea of places to go that you can visit to get new, fresh ideas for your scout programs. Now, maybe there's a place that you go to get ideas and I haven't mentioned it. Comment below, tell those other scout leaders where you go to. Where is your go-to place, your default website, your default social media place that you get new ideas from? Share the love of scouting, and together we can make scouts for the young people even better. Don't forget, if you do have a question you'd love me to try and answer, drop me an email, mark@bigmanofthewoods.co.uk. Follow me on social media, send me a message, and I'll do my very best to answer your question. And if you can do me one favor, and that's like this video and subscribe to Big Man of the Woods, that shares the love of Big Man of the Woods all around social media, and it also lets you know when I've updated and put up a new video. What's this one here? This is when the Scouts suggested that we should go shooting tigers for a meeting at Scouts, and I thought, that's a brilliant idea. Watch it and it'll explain it.